See, I figured they would, that's what we figured is they would have the bubble there in there, and they would set up a portion of the ball room, you know, free ball room, but, I mean, that's, spectator, yes, spectators, yes. Limits on spectators. Charleston trying to do the game at home.
Yeah, every
Comic Pregame. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. How are you? Jay Hardin along with Max Pozsgai here at Charleston High School, home of the Trojans, where tonight the Lincoln Railsplitters, coming off a tough loss last night over at Mattoon, come just a little bit farther here into Eastern Illinois with a record of 11-3, 7-3 in the Apollo Conference, tied with other teams with 3 losses. They come in to face a Charleston team that is 2-5 overall and 2-5 in the Apollo. Charleston had a short period where they were under quarantine, and Charleston lost to Taylorville on Monday, so both teams coming off losses into tonight's Apollo Conference game here at Charleston. We're going to send it back to the station for a couple of minutes and come back with more of the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic Josh Connick pregame show. The Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic Josh Comnick pregame show, and I am pleased to be joined tonight by my broadcast partner at Effingham in Teutopolis, Max Pozsgai. Max, a member of the 2006-2007 team that of course played in Peoria with Matt Schick and Mr. Farmer, who's now coaching. Max, welcome back.
Glad to be here. It's March. March makes me think of basketball, so I'm excited.
Hey, it's hard to believe we started the season in February. We're already looking at the end of the season next week, and we still have 9 games left to play.
Yeah, I mean, short season, but hits a lot of games in a short time. I just had a conversation with Coach Ewald there downstairs before, coming up here, and he said, hard to believe that it's already over next week, but we're rolling right along.
Coaches, and we've talked about that, coaches added a unique day-night doubleheader on Saturday against Normal West, and then at home against Chatham-Glenwood that night, which is going to be very interesting because I looked at some of Normal West scores, and Normal West can put some points on the board. They put 67 on the board against Peoria Notre Dame in a loss. They put 80 on the board in some losses. So looking at their defense, it may not be there, but they can put points on the board. And then we turn around that night and play Chatham-Glenwood, which I'll bet you the first team to 30 wins.
Yeah, talk about contrast of styles there, but honestly, the way Normal West is probably going to want to play up and down, I think that kind of plays into our hands. Sometimes it seems like when we get these teams that are content to work it around and be extra patient is when it gets a little tougher for us, because it's tough to extend that pressure out when they're holding the ball. But yeah, sometimes that them coming at you really helps out our defense, honestly.
This living down here now after living in Lincoln all those years and now living down here in Coles County, it's a long trip down 121 and through Decatur. So the kids had a long trip yesterday, a tough loss last night against Mattoon. Got home probably sometime, I would guess, around probably got back to high school about 11:30. By the time you get home, it's midnight, get up for class the next day. And Landon Hullinger had an even longer night because he ended up with a few staples in the back of the head.
Yeah, fortunately, doing pretty well. Looks like he's going to give it a go tonight. Just a cut, and that's all it was. So thankfully he's out there. Just has a little more, I guess, metal in his head there, but yeah, he's ready to go.
I am pleased to report I got to talk with Landon a little bit before the game, and he does not have the Hare Krishna look, the hair sticking up out of the bandage tonight. He doesn't have a bandage on at all, but he says he's ready to go and play and seems in really good spirits, and we're glad to see that. Again, coming off a tough loss last night, you and I talked earlier, the defense is here, but for whatever reasons, and coaches talked about this, the offense, well, sometimes it's like it runs into a brick wall.
Yeah, I mean, just got to be able to make shots, step up and make shots. Guys like Dylan are going to bring it every night for us. Just maybe look for a couple more guys to step up and, make some shots tonight. I think that'll definitely be key. And, again, talking to Coach Ewald, before the game here, he said, kind of said the same thing that I'm telling you, just got to step up and make shots.
We've seen teams, Muhammad Seymour does the pack line defense, try and keep the gaps and the dribble drives away. Last night we saw Mattoon in a very tough man-to-man for a while, and then they went 3-2 zone, and then they played some 2-3 zone. Charleston played a triangle too. I know you've seen some of the film of that game. I'd expect probably the same thing out of them tonight, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would definitely expect the triangle and two. Difference is maybe this time might be a little more prepared for it. I think Coach Alexander touched on it after the Charleston game and the post game. The best way to get them out of the triangle too is to hit shots. So I'd say that is our key to click tonight, is make shots.
And we're going to need somebody else to step up besides Dylan and Landon having to carry the bulk of the load. And I think, Brody Whiteman can certainly step up. Elijah Paulus can certainly step up. And we know Adam Grunder can get a couple threes out there on the perimeter. If we can get a few shots out of those guys to go in, that's going to open things up for everybody.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Last game I did with you there in Teutopolis, Brody Whiteman came out in the second half and, had some nice dribble drives and, really opened things up once he got scoring. Just kind of missing that third scoring option that's always there, but if we can do it by committee, like you said, Elijah can step up and make some buckets, and of course Adam Grunder, he's got in the gym range, so he can knock down shots too.
Let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with more of the Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic Josh Comnick pregame show. More of the Schneider Chiropractic Ground Incorporated Josh Comnick pregame show. Max, we talked earlier, sophomore team with a big win over Charleston, had a running clock in the fourth quarter. Sophomores have been playing much better the last 3-4 games.
Yeah, absolutely. 64-30 was the final in that JV game, and yeah, seems like they're slowly coming on. Of course, we've talked a little bit, just not having the normal practice time. It's tough to really hone your skills and work on getting better when you got to do it just in a game. It's sometimes practice really helps with that, but you know, everyone's kind of in the same boat.
That kind of has a disproportionate effect as you go down in and I don't mean in class-wise, but I do mean in class-wise. When you're talking about a varsity team that maybe has a few veterans and maybe they can adjust, but really the younger guys, the sophomore team, the freshman team, they really need that practice time.
Oh yeah, obviously that's when you really kind of turn a corner there. Your first couple years in high school, most of these kids are growing into their bodies, and you know you need that practice time to get better, and they just don't have it right now. But playing games is fun too, so maybe that makes up for it.
Hey, just to kind of go over a few things here, Dylan Singleton, I believe now is 131 points. We'll have to check with the stat guru to make sure I'm right about that. But 131 points, I believe, shy of a 1,000-point club here at Lincoln Community High School. Landon Hollinger got into the 500-point career club the other night. Coach Al right now is 875 and 402 at Lincoln Community High School, 6 behind the legendary Steve Gores, who coached up at Rockford Boylan. So he needs 6 to tie him with 881 for second on the all-time win list. We talked about the game earlier this year between these two teams. It was Lincoln 43, Charleston 34 at Royas Anderson. Corey Spohr led the Trojans with 13, and Dylan Singleton led Lincoln with 25. Let's go ahead and send it back to the station for a minute and 30-second timeout, and we'll be back with more of the pregame show. Railers about ready to leave the floor. They go into their final layup drill here with 3 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock as Max and I wrap up the Brown Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic Josh Komnick pregame show. Of course, Josh, the Railer Hall of Famer, got to come down and work the game at Mattoon last night, but trust me, he kept up with the Illinois game. Max, a lot of happy Illinois fans after last night.
Oh yeah, including me. Josh had kind of maybe mentioned that maybe I could do the game last night, and I said, well, I do kind of want to watch the Illini game. I'm kind of glad I did. That was a fun one to watch.
Well, Charleston's still out here on the floor. The Railers have gone down for final instructions from Coach Neil Alexander. Max, tough loss last night. Kids tired, with the game and the trip and everything. But we're at a point in the season where the kids are just going to have to, as we say, suck it up. And this is the mental part of the game. They're going to have to put that loss behind them and focus on the task at hand tonight. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of all these games right in a row, right? You lose one, you got to forget about it because you got another one coming up the next night, or as in the case of Saturday, maybe later that day. So just turn around, get your mind right. You got another game, and just keep playing. We had hoped that maybe somebody else might help us out with Effingham leading the conference, and Muhammad got them. I saw last night, Max, that T-Town put up 73, but Effingham put up 77, so a 4-point loss for T-Town. And right now, I'm just not sure there's anybody else right now with a game remaining against Effingham that's going to get them. Yeah, other than us. Yeah, it's definitely an uphill battle for the conference, but at this point, I mean, a little over a week left in the season. Just go win them all and let the chips fall where they may. And these kids have plenty of games left. Again, we play Friday night against conference leader Effingham. We'll play Saturday against Normal West and then Chatham Glenwood. And then I believe we've got Monday off, surprisingly, and we go to a bunch of games next week. We're Mount Zion, I know that. We've got a Saturday doubleheader right back-to-back up at Bloomington Central Catholic with them and Peoria's Quest Academy. So it's going to be an interesting time of year. Well, we are just about ready to have, I believe, the national anthem. Teams over in front of their respective coaches, and we are. So we're going to send it back to the station for just a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with the Chicago Street Rentals opening possession here at Charleston.
Between the Railsplitters of Lincoln High School and the Charleston Trojans. This time I ask you to please rise, face the colors of the United States, and join us for the national anthem. Thank you. And now, let's meet the starting lineups.
Of Charleston High School, Jay Hardin, Max Pozsgai about ready to bring you the action between the Railsplitters, 11-3, 7-3 in the Apollo Conference, and the Trojans of Charleston, coached by Brad Oakley. They're 2-5 overall and 2-5 in the conference. You know the Railer starters. It'll be Dylan Singleton, Landon Hullinger, Adam Grunder, Brody Whiteman, and Elijah Polis. And we wait for the starters from Charleston. And it looks like Corey Spohr is going to be one starter. William Applegate, another starter. Number 12, Jackson Burgess, 6'3", one of their starters. Number 40, Sam Bickford, a 6'5" senior. And number 24, Jackson Braun, a 6'3" junior. So decent size with the Charleston team. As they actually announced their starting lineups, Railers gathered around Coach Neil Alexander again. If you just tuned in, Landon Hollinger says he's good and ready to go. Got some treatment last night when he got home, got a good night's rest, and he's in good spirits tonight and ready to play. Max, last night we saw Peyton Cook get in the ball game and get a little bit of action and play very well on defense against a big kid, Sam Bradbury of Mattoon, and Jaden Klopp has played very well off the bench the past couple of games.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of those kids are super long, and they're very disruptive on the defensive end. There's probably some offensive refinement that they can add to their game, to keep improving. But the defensive end, especially with those two, is where they excel at right now.
Chicago Street Rentals brings you the opening possession. We're the visiting team. We get the ball out across from the scorer's table, and Singleton will bring it into the front court. Kicks it right wing, Grunder. Out front, Singleton. Singleton the fake. Left wing, Polis. Out front, Grunder. Hollinger, Singleton. Singleton down the lane. Polis. Railers running a little bit of a weave. Kick in the corner. Hollinger, three on the way. No good. Ball strong. And rebound Spohr. Spohr quickly ahead to Burgess. And now Burgess kicks it to Applegate. Braun. Applegate and Braun out front. In the corner, Bickford. And fake in the corner. Good pass underneath Bickford. Bickford surrounded by Railers. Kicks it up, no good. Hollinger gets the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds. I don't know, Max. You're a little closer than I am. Did you think that was...
Well, I thought it was either over the back on Charleston, but I guess not.
High inbounds pass to Braun, no good. And hauling the rebound down is Brody Whiteman. Hollinger brings the ball up the floor. Doesn't show any ill effects from last night. Singleton looks to drive, surrounded by three guys. Polis the long three, be there, no good. Ball off the back of the iron, and Brody chases it down in the corner, kicks it out Singleton. They try and kick it back off of him, and Singleton wisely grabs the ball. 6:52 to go here in the first quarter. Singleton will reset the offense.
Looks like Charleston coming out in the triangle and two, kind of like we mentioned.
Lob pass to Whiteman. Whiteman up and good.
Great job there by Brody to come down with it and get settled and then go back up. Try to put it in off the bounce there instead. So
Railers extend the pressure a little bit, and Charleston breaks the press very easily without putting the ball on the floor. Bickford corner Spohr. He's trapped. Good defense by Brody Whiteman. Got a hand on that. Max, as we talked about with some of the girls' games, those deflections, it may not be a steal, but it still shows you're getting those hands out there and getting in the passing lane on defense.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what the 1-2-2 is built on, is deflections. So someone else gets the steal.
Long three on the way. And Jackson Burgess, the 6'3 junior, hits a long three in front of the Lincoln bench. It's 3-2, Charleston. Singleton, Hollinger, Grunder. Railers in their motion out front. Singleton fakes the three, gives it to Whiteman. Whiteman up, three-pointer, and that's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer for Brody Whiteman. Max, we talked about that triangle and two. They laid off of Brody Whiteman, and he took the open shot.
Yeah, it other than being on Landon and Dylan, really anybody else has free reign to get an open shot, so just got to keep knocking them down.
Ball inbounds to Braun. Braun kicks it out. Bickford now in the lane, kicks it back out. Long three-pointer by number 24, Braun, and Jackson Braun hits the three-pointer over the defense. It's 6-5, Charleston. Singleton, Grunder, Whiteman in the corner, going to take another three, up and good! Another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Brody Whiteman steps up to the plate and knocks down 2 threes. It's Brody Whiteman 8 and Charleston 6. Charleston still in the backcourt. Burgess, Spohr, In the corner, Bickford. Bickford tries to drive baseline. Whiteman with a good job of cutting him off. And now they got Spoor trapped and knocked out of bounds by Polis. It'll stay Charleston basketball. 4:53 to go here in the first quarter. It's a media timeout, so we in the media will chat. We'll keep it right here. Hey, Raylor's looking pretty good offensively right now. Of course, you make shots, you're going to look good offensively. But it's great to see somebody else step up. Hey, if you're not going to guard me, you're going to leave me open, I'm going to take it and make it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, after that first game against Charleston, Coach Alexander had said the easiest way to get another team out of that triangle and 2 offense is for others to step up and hit shots. And like you said, it's Brody Whiteman 8, Charleston 6 right now. So very good start by Brody.
You had, Matt, when you played in the 2006-2007 team, and you were a senior then, and you played on the team, you were on the varsity roster, I believe, the year before as well. You had Matt Schick, you had Farmer. Those probably were your 2 biggest scorers on those teams. Did you ever see teams use a triangle too, or kind of I won't call it a gimmick defense, but did you ever see teams do that with them?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of haunting because our Elite 8 game there against Chicago Marshall senior year, when we had kind of cut it down to 2 there at halftime, they came out in a triangle 2 on Brandon and Matt, and it wasn't really something we'd honestly worked on a whole lot, and kind of set us scrambling. Alex Anderson knocked down a few threes for us to kind of open it up, but it just kind of dug ourselves too deep of a hole in that one. So, I mean, yeah, we've definitely seen the triangle in 2 at a time.
We don't want you to go home and have nightmares. I wake up in the middle of the night going.
Appreciate that flashback.
4:53 to go here in the first quarter. It's 8-6 Lincoln. Actually, it's 8-6 Brody Whiteman. William Applegate will inbound the basketball on the far side. And he'll kick it to Spoor. Spoor, Applegate, Spoor. Burgess, Spoor. Spoor out front, looks at Burgess in the corner. Bickford posting up. Now he moves to the free throw line. In the corner, Braun. Out front, Applegate. Braun's hit a 3. Burgess has hit a 3. They kick it inside Bickford. Hook shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. And it's off of Charleston. It'll go back to the Railsplitters.
Yeah, great defense there. They've given it down to number 40, Sam Bickford there a couple times, and great interior defense by Lincoln.
Singleton out front, got the pick from Grunder. Going to kick it back out to Grunder. Grunder, Polis. Polis, corner Whiteman, out to Polis. Grunder, now to Polis. Elijah down the lane, kicks it across Whiteman. Whiteman, another 3. Bingo! Another Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer. Brody Whiteman is hot tonight. Kirk Whiteman, I know, enjoying this broadcast as Brody's got 11 in the first quarter and Lincoln up 11-6. Charleston finally gets it across the half-court line. Burgess, out front, Braun. Braun runs the offense to Applegate. Corner, Burgess. Burgess trapped in the corner. And the call, I think, is going to be the ball on the sideline. And it's going to remain Charleston basketball.
I don't think Coach Alexander even knew what they were going to call there.
I don't think so.
Slight confusion there.
Spoor inbounds the basketball, looks to kick it across court. Kicks it out to number 33, Caleb Oakley, 6'2 sophomore into the basketball game. Braun, long pass to Bickford, throws it into the Lincoln bench. And the turnover against Charleston.
Yeah, we'll take those unforced turnovers when we can get them for sure.
Dylan Singleton brings the ball up the floor as Hullinger trots into the lane. Now Hullinger out front. Hullinger, Whiteman. Whiteman, another 3. No. And the rebound goes to Charleston. Rebound taken out there by Burgess. Burgess to Braun in the backcourt. Singleton hounding him. Ball nearly thrown away again. In the corner, Oakley. In the lane now to Bickford. Bickford reverse layup. Good. Good ball movement by the Trojans against the press. It's 11-8 Lincoln. 2:59 to go. Grunder, corner, Hullinger. In the corner, Singleton. Singleton pick from Whiteman. Kicks it to Grunder. Polis wide open, doesn't take it. Grunder will take the 3. Up and no good. Back of the iron. Rebound, Bickford. Bickford quickly to Spoor, and Charleston on the run. Down the lane. What a move. Layup up and under. Corey Spohr took it all the way. It's 11-10, the Lincoln lead. Singleton quickly the other way to Grunder, to Dylan Singleton. Drives in the lane, 10-footer up and no good, but he's going to go line. Max, that's his game right there.
Yeah, Dylan is so good at getting to his spots there. Loves to get right there in the middle of the lane. You know, he'll go in there and right against the big guys, and no more often than not, he makes the basket or gets fouled.
Foul on Jackson Braun, the 6'3 junior, his first, team's first. Dylan Singleton knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Coming into last night's game, Dylan Singleton 85 out of 100 on the year, shooting at 85% from the free throw line. Couple of percentage points behind Aaron Hops, 878. Second one up and good for the 5'11 senior, and it's 13-10. Dylan gets on the scoreboard with 2 points. Charleston still in the backcourt. Spohr speeds it up just a little bit. Out front, Braun. Braun going to go down the lane. Defense, Jaden Klopp into the game. Good defense by Klopp, and the ball thrown away, and Hollinger picks it up. Good defense by the Lincoln 1-2-2. Hollinger looking for Singleton, and we see the triangle too. They are staying in it. Polis, Singleton, Hollinger, Singleton, Hollinger. Whiteman again, 3 on the way, good! Another Chris Coyne, State Farm three-pointer for Brody Whiteman.
Is it too early to ask what the single game 3-point record is?
No, probably not. Garrett Isles maybe getting just a little bit nervous right now. Bickford in the corner, nearly threw the ball away. Singleton almost got it. Spohr in the lane. Bad shot off the backboard, and Hollinger hauls down the rebound. Here comes Dylan on the run. Dylan to Whiteman. Whiteman, Hollinger, Singleton to Whiteman. Polis, wide open 3. It is in and out. Oh, that looked really good. Elijah Polis with a wide open 3 went in and out. Charleston on the run. Charleston, and great defense by Brody Whiteman to pick that pass off.
Absolutely everywhere tonight.
1:06 to go. To Whiteman, top of the key, 3. No, front of the iron. Rebound will go to Jackson Burgess. I'll tell you what, Max, I kind of like this pace for our basketball team right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We've kind of touched on that in the past, that when we get up and down the floor is when we play our best basketball.
Oakley, corner Bickford. Bickford trap. Official counting, and he dropped the count. Braun out front. Braun and Oakley working it out front. Clock in the red. And for those of you a lot younger than me, you don't know what that means. They used to have a circular clock, and when it got under a minute, the face would go red. Oh, and they throw the ball away. Ball at the sidelines, and they couldn't save it. 20 seconds to go, Max. We got time to get off a good shot here at the end of the quarter.
Yep, absolutely. Love seeing the Railer bench bring the energy there. That's what you got to do. No fans, be your own fan, so love it.
Their bench has done an excellent job this year of doing that, of being the crowd and pumping the defense up. Dylan Singleton out front. Railers clad in the forest green road uniforms, lower half of the shorts red. Red numerals, white letters, long 3. No, I'm not sure, that might have been a pass. I'm not sure about that. Elijah Polis took the long 3. I'm not sure if he was trying to pass it or shoot it.
I mean, the way it kind of had a straight angle there, it looked like it was a high lob they got away from him.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It didn't look like he was trying to, well, it was a lob and just didn't work. Inbounding to Singleton, Whiteman takes the 3. He's not going to get it off in time. At the end of one quarter, it's 16-10 Lincoln. Let's send it back to the station for a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with the second quarter. 16-10, the Lincoln lead as we begin quarter number 2. Brody Whiteman with 4 threes and 14 points in the first quarter. Dylan Singleton, the other deuce, on 2 free throws, and Lincoln up 16-10. Oakley remains in the game for Charleston, and Lincoln starts to get a little more active out front with the defense. Oh, and knocked away by Klopp, and I think he's going to get nailed for the foul. Nice aggressive defense by Jaden Klopp, but I think he got him with the body.
Yeah, coach signaling to him to kind of reach around with your right arm there instead of going through the offensive player.
Braun out front against the Lincoln defense, looks in the corner, now goes out to Applegate. Applegate, Braun, hounded by Polis. Applegate, Braun, Applegate. Tries to force the ball inside, and it's going to go Lincoln basketball. Wasn't sure about that one, still not sure about that one, but we'll take it.
Yeah, looked like that went off Jaden's foot, but hey, like you said, we'll take it.
We'll take it. Hey, now it looks like they've gone, well, I can't tell if they've gone man-to-man or not. Shot up and good by Singleton, and it's 18-10. Ball still in the backcourt. Oakley finally gets it across court with a left-hand dribble. On the left wing, now between the circles. Out front, Braun. Braun and Oakley out at the volleyball line. And Braun nearly lost it. Singleton went after it, couldn't get it. In the corner, Bickford, the long three by the big guy. No good. That ball is going to go out of bounds, and it'll go to Lincoln. And a timeout, Charleston. Oh, no. Well, I thought the coach signaled a timeout. Nope, I guess he was just up clapping. He signaled a substitution. Took Corey Spoor out of the basketball game. Whiteman. Singleton. Cross court, Whiteman. Singleton. Klopp, Whiteman. Now to Singleton. Singleton going to go in the lane, take the 10-footer, up and no good. Short, almost had his own rebound. Taken out of there by Braun, the bigger player. And Jackson Braun will bring it up to Oakley, to Applegate. And ball knocked out of bounds, deflected out by Lincoln, and going to remain Charleston basketball.
Yeah, I like seeing Brody got a handle on that one. Like seeing Brody be aggressive on defense. Just
and the ball thrown away by Charleston. So 6:08 to go here in quarter number 2.
When you're balling out, it's easier to play harder on defense, I think.
Landon Hullinger inbounds to Singleton. And it looks like they've come out of the triangle too, Max. It looks like they're going straight man-to-man. Klopp, Singleton, Railers running the weave, and I think they've recognized it now that the triangle is not there, that it is a straight man-to-man. Whiteman down the lane, good kick, Klopp, Singleton, Klopp, out front Hullinger, Singleton corner, Klopp, Polis will drive in the lane, kicks it over, Whiteman drove to Polis, Hullinger, back out front Whiteman, Singleton drives in the lane, tries to draw the contact. Klopp. Whiteman will drive it down the lane. Kicks it out. Polis for the three. No good. Air ball. And Klopp, I think, going to get nailed for the foul, the push from behind. Max, that wasn't a bad look at the basket. Just shot was off.
Yeah, just a little long, but that was probably our most patient possession. Just have to get adjustment now that they're back in man.
Brody, I think, got him out of the triangle one too.
Oh, absolutely.
So Charleston with the basketball. Peyton Cook, 6'5" sophomore, comes in the basketball game, replaces Jaden Klopp, who's got 2 fouls. He'll take a seat on the bench near Coach Ewald. Burgess the basketball out front. Corey Spoor back in the basketball game for Charleston as Polis playing good defense, close to a 5-second call, and he traveled. Late call, but he did travel. Jackson Burgess traveled. No, I take that back. It was William Applegate that traveled. And let's have the media timeout now with the score 18-10. Lincoln. Max, this is, I want to say we've stalled offensively because we really haven't, but this is kind of what we've seen sometimes. We roll along offensively. Then we seem to have it's not difficulty getting shots, it's difficulty making shots.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all part of the territory. Just got to stay mentally focused and step up when your number's called and you're open and it's your time to shoot. So keep shooting. I think we've seen a few go in, so I'm confident we'll see some more go in here. And like I said, just keep shooting.
One good thing that we can talk about is that the defense is always there. Of course, the defense has been there since 1975 when Lauren Wallace arrived, and with the exception of 1 year, the defense has been a staple of this program. And frankly, if you're not going to play defense, you're not going to play for Coach Al.
No, absolutely. And Coach Al always says defensive effort's the one thing that's always got to be there. That's something you don't coach. You either got to do it or you're not going to be playing, as you alluded to.
Railers break. They'll have the basketball coming back here out of the media timeout. Charleston back on the floor. They pounded it inside to Bickford there in the first quarter. Made me think that maybe they'd watch some of the games like last night against Mattoon and what we saw against T-Town of pounding it inside to their big guy.
Yeah, definitely some teams have had some success with us.
Hollinger the three, the Chris Coyne State Farm three. And that'll cure a lot of ills as Landon Hollinger bangs in a three out of the corner. It's 21-10.
Yeah, drew that play up out of the timeout and Landon knocked it down.
And Peyton Cook got a hand on that. Nice deflection by Peyton Cook. Good defense on the backside.
You can't teach that length, so get those hands up and get those deflections. Great job, Peyton.
Oakley inbounds a Spore. Spore inside Burgess. Burgess, Braun, that was the turnaround. Rebound Oakley. Oakley under the basket. Looking. Kicks it out front to Burgess. Burgess, Oakley. They got Jackson Braun, who's hit a three, posted down inside. Peyton Cook fronting him. Now Braun will move to the top of the key. Now the right wing. In the corner, Burgess, or Applegate. Out front, Oakley. Oakley, Spore. Corner, Applegate. Hollinger with a good defense. Ooh. Hollinger with a good defense. He fell down, and I thought, oh, he's going to crash into the bleachers, and he stopped. Thank goodness.
Well, when you're going all-out effort, things happen. But, yeah, didn't want to see him crash into the bleachers.
No,
on
in
that
fact,
one.
we must all be a little out of the corner. Three on the way. No good. Rebound, Bowell on the floor. And that was Burgess taking the three out of the corner. Max, it's funny because Coach Ewald and I were standing down here where the Railer bench is at, and Landon walked in, and Coach Ewald said, hey, don't dive in this corner. This is sticking up over here. We don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah, we're going to have to point those out from now on.
Whiteman gets the basketball, drives down the lane, goes up for the shot, and draws the foul.
Nice take there by Brody. Obviously knocking down a few shots, but like to see him take aggressively to the hoop there too.
Jackson Burgess with his first foul, team's second one. Brody first one up and good. 15 points on the evening for Brody Whiteman. Second for Whiteman up and good. Knocks them both down. That's 16 for Brody Whiteman. 3:32 to go here in the first half. If you're asking or inquiring, last Railer to score 30 was Caden Froby. In the backcourt, nearly got the 10-second call. And now Charleston gets it into the front court. Bickford nearly threw the ball away. Oakley the long three, front of the iron, and Cook. Cook aggressively grabs the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball. And Landon's telling him rip the ball away.
I think you're forgetting Dylan's 38.
Oh, you're right. Thank you very much. I forgot about that. Dylan did have 38. How could you forget that?
I don't know.
I'm slipping, folks.
It's been a quick season.
That's true. That is true. Oh, the back cut there for Hollinger. Didn't get it. Singleton. Whiteman, Hollinger. Singleton. And Singleton's going to get the foul. So Max alertly correcting me. It was Dylan 38 earlier in the year.
Not a shooting foul, I guess. Thought Dylan was going up there, but they're saying it was on the floor.
I thought so too. Foul's on Corey Spore, his first one. Polis inbounds Singleton. Singleton, Hollinger, Singleton. Charleston now in a 2-3 zone. Out front, Polis Whiteman. Whiteman looked at the three, thought about it. Now kicks it inside Singleton. Hollinger, three on the way. Got it! Oh, that one looked really good. Landon Hollinger, the Chris Coyne State Farm three. We're up 26-10. 2:34 to go in the half. Charleston on the run. Spoor into the front court. In the corner, Burgess. Burgess threw the ball nearly into the back court. Applegate recovers it. Spoor, Burgess. And stolen by Whiteman. 3-on-2 the break. Here comes Whiteman down the lane. Wide open layup. Got it. 28-10 the Lincoln lead. And Charleston wants a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Max, the offense is really clicking now.
Yeah, what a half by Brody Whiteman. Just kind of doing it all. Had the 4 threes there in the first quarter, and that time he got the steal and took it the length of the lane. Had a nifty behind the back dribble there to get to the hoop and put the layup in. We're rolling right now.
You get the feeling like we're maybe just a bucket or two from really breaking this one open.
You do get that feeling. Kind of the same feeling I was getting watching the Illini last night. So we're on that same path.
And the varsity may have been a little inspired because the sophomores were able to get a running clock in the fourth quarter. And I know Coach likes that running clock in the fourth quarter. And he may have told them, say, hey, you need to get one too.
I'm sure Coach is a bigger fan of a running clock when we got nearly a 2-hour bus ride home. So.
Oh, yes, that's
that'll help too.
Yeah, even our engineer, Lloyd Kirby, would like to see the running clock tonight. Yeah, thumbs up for Lloyd.
10-minute trip for me, so it can go as late as we need to here.
Charleston inbounds the ball in the backcourt. Applegate, Singleton nearly got a hand on that. Braun ahead to Burgess. Now Applegate in the front court. Applegate, and boy, Charleston's really got their offense out past the free throw line. In the corner, Applegate. Applegate kicks it inside Braun. Braun really well defended by Peyton Cook. Cook all over him, nearly throws the ball away. Dangerous cross-court pass. Out front, Applegate. Railer bench applauding the defense. Inside Braun. Out front, Spoor. Spoor into Braun. Braun on Cook. Turnaround, up good. Jackson Braun scores over Peyton Cook. It's 28-12.
And that Charleston's first bucket of the second quarter with 1:23 to go. So great defense this quarter by Lincoln.
Hollinger out front, 1:16 to go here in the quarter. Charleston goes back to the 2-3 zone. Singleton going to be in the middle of the 2-3 zone. Oh, there it is, right there. Dillon up and good. You get him in the middle of that 2-3 zone and put him to work, he's going to get some points, Max.
Well, we've talked about how great of a scorer Dillon is, and you see great scorers, people like Kobe, they get to their spots, and Dillon is so good at that.
Bickford looked like he traveled over in the corner, no call. Ball remains with Charleston. Spoor, Burgess the long three, off the iron, and Braun tried to bat it up. And a foul on Landon Hollinger, and that's going to send Jackson Braun to the line. Jackson Braun for Charleston at the free throw line, up and good. Braun, second of 2 free throws, up and the second one is good. So it's 30-14 Lincoln with 36 seconds to go here. Dillon gets the play from the bench, and now Charleston goes into a 1-3-1 zone. So we're seeing all the defenses here tonight, Max.
Yeah, a little bit of everything here, and it's nice that we have such a well-prepared team that we got plays to run in all of it, against all of it. So see what they come up with here.
Railers run Singleton into the post. Now Singleton will pop out, get the ball from Hollinger. 10 seconds to go. Ball screen for Singleton. In the corner, Grau into the game. Up, no good. Rebound, Kiz. Chased down in the corner by Whiteman. Whiteman tries to get the three off, and he stepped on the end line, or stepped on the sideline, and it'll go over to Charleston with 9/10 of a second. 30-14, the Lincoln lead. Charleston inbounds. Home run pass, and Hollinger's going to tap it away. Good defense by Landon, and that'll end the quarter, or end the half, with Lincoln 30 and Charleston 14 We'll be back in 2 minutes with the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. Welcome, Railer Nation, to the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here at Baker Gymnasium in Charleston. Railer basketball tonight brought to you by Mama's Arcade Cafe, located on the square in downtown Lincoln. Mike Moskey Auction Service, phone 217-519-3959, or go to moskeyauction.com. State Bank of Lincoln, a division of Heartland Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Michelle Bauer, your country financial agent, located on the square in downtown Lincoln, helping you protect what matters most. Top Hat Creamery. Max Top Hat Cream. You know, Josh and I talked last night. You go down to the alley by, you watch the Illini game, regular game, have a cheeseburger, maybe a frosty beverage. When everything's over, you walk over to Top Hat Creamery, get some ice cream. That's a heck of an evening right there, isn't it?
Nothing like downtown Lincoln, right?
I know. Culligan Water Systems in Lincoln for water softening and conditioning equipment and service, bottled water or bulk. Stop by Culligan's at 308 North Chicago Street. Streaming live video sponsors, financial advisor Sal Polis of Edward Jones, 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, phone 732-4001. Town and Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. At Town and Country Bank, our mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our communities one person at a time. Arnold Greemy Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, located at 321 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln, phone 735-1296. J.M. Abbott & Associates, offering tax, accounting, and business advertising services. Abbott is conveniently located in downtown Lincoln. For more information, go to jmabbott.com. And, of course, every made Railer three-point basket sponsored by Chris Coyne, State Farm Insurance. Max, heck of a first half by Brody Whiteman. We talked that we needed somebody to step up and take the burden off of Dylan and Landon, and Brody Whiteman sure did that in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Talked about someone else stepping up and hit shots, and I'd say 4 threes there in the first quarter kind of answers the bell. But, yeah, Brody Whiteman leading the way with 18 points, including those 4 threes in the first quarter, and then Dylan and Landon both with 6 apiece there to lead the Railers tonight.
And Landon getting 2 threes and looking like, getting 2 threes, playing the defense, getting the rebounds, showing really no ill effects that we can see from last night. And Dylan doing his usual job of getting shots inside, getting to the free throw line. So clicking right now. Wouldn't hurt though to get Elijah Paulus maybe a bucket or two, Grunder a bucket or two. Glad to see Grau take the shot that he did.
Yeah, like you said, especially when Charleston's falling back in that triangle and two, the shots are going to be there for everyone else. obviously they're keying in on Dylan and Landon, and rightfully so, but the shots are going to be there for everyone else. And, you know, Elijah had a couple looks there. He had one that just rimmed off, but got to stay aggressive and keep looking for your shot. When you're open, just have the confidence to go up and hit it. And like I said, I know they do, and easiest shot's a wide open one, so might as well make it.
Well, if you want basketball, folks, we got it for you. We will be on the air tomorrow night with the Lady Railers. They play a home game against Effingham tomorrow night. That is a 7 p.m. start out at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Then on Friday night, the Flaming Heart boys come to town. They are the conference leaders. They'll play at 7:30 p.m. out at Roy S. Anderson. We have a unique day-night doubleheader, and it's not all in the same place. We play at Normal West at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, March the 6th. Then the kids after that game will get on the bus, come home, and play the Titans of Chatham-Glenwood High School at 6:30 p.m. at Roy S. Anderson. And next week, well, we've got Mount Zion on Tuesday night. We've got Petersburg-Porta on Wednesday night. We've got, I believe, the girls now on Thursday night. They have a home game against Taylorville. And then the boys will play on Friday against Taylorville at home. And then Saturday, a very unique doubleheader. It's almost like Summer League basketball. With Bloomington Central Catholic. We're at Bloomington Central Catholic at 10 a.m. Saturday, March the 13th. And then we'll turn around and clear everything out. And at 12:30 p.m., we'll play Peoria Quest Charter Academy at Bloomington Central Catholic. And then football season starts on March the 19th. So WLCN is the sports voice of Lincoln, Logan County, and Central Illinois. They said let them play. Well, they let them play, and it must have been let them broadcast too, because we're busy.
Hey, have games, we'll travel, so glad we can get all this basketball in, and, you know, shortened season, but a lot of basketball in a short amount of time.
Yeah, the Railers coming back out onto the floor here with 3:20 to go here in halftime. Let's go ahead and send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back to wrap up the halftime and start the second half of basketball here at Baker Gymnasium in Charleston. Score 30-14 at halftime. Railers ahead. And as you heard Max say, Brody's got 18 points here at halftime. Right, Max? Is that it? 18 points
for Brody
18
and
points?
6 apiece for Dylan Singleton and Landon Hollinger.
And Brody's got 4 threes here at halftime. So the record for three-pointers in a game, this one I know, is Garrett Isles with 10 against Springfield at home.
Yes, I think there's a few with 9, and then he broke it with Garrett had 10.
Several with 9. Jordan Nelson, Brock Werner,
I was at the Brock Warner game.
I was too.
It was a Saturday morning of the turkey tournament.
And that 9 kind of snuck up on everybody. At least it snuck up on me. It did when they finally, I think it got to 6 and people started cheering. It's like, what's going on? Well, he's got 6 threes. Charleston, the basketball to start the second half. Inbounds, Bickford. Bickford in trouble against Grunder. Kicks it in the corner to Braun. Braun out front, Applegate. Spoor out front. Spoor, Braun. Braun's all over the place. Braun, Spoor, they go inside Bickford. Almost stolen by Grunder. Corner knocked down by Whiteman. Whiteman knocked Applegate down on the three-pointer. So William Applegate, the 6'2 sophomore, going to go to the free throw line. First one up and good. First foul on Brody Whiteman. First team foul of the second half. Applegate, second one up and good.
Yeah, the ball kind of did what we don't want it to. Went into the middle and straight out, and Brody got over a little late and just kind of tripped up, and that's a three-point play.
Rattles the third one home. 17 for Charleston, 30 for Lincoln. Lincoln up 13. Charleston goes back in the man-to-man. Out front, Grunder. Grunder, Polis. Polis, Singleton. Back out to Grunder. Grunder, Hullinger. Hullinger, Singleton. Oh, Whiteman with the back cut. Now to Hullinger. Hullinger, Grunder. Singleton. Singleton, corner, Hullinger. Out front, Whiteman. Whiteman will take it down the lane. Kick out Grunder. Oh, thought about the three. Kicks it back out, Polis. Polis, Hullinger. Singleton, a little shake and bake on Spoor. Now kicks it back out to Hullinger. Hullinger, Whiteman. Grunder will step in and take the three. Off the front of the iron. Goes to Corey Spoor.
Yeah, another patient possession by Lincoln there. Just couldn't get it to go down.
Grunder and the hounding, and Grunder's going to get called for the foul. Singleton had a hand on that ball and was primed for the steal. Adam Grunder, his first foul, the team's second of the second half. .640 to go here in the third quarter. Spoor thought about the lob inside. Bickford posting up inside on Whiteman. Now Bickford goes to the low block. Out front, Spoor goes inside Braun. Braun the kick out. In the corner, Applegate. Hullinger all over him. Out front, Burgess. Burgess to Applegate. Applegate, Burgess. They've got a pick going, and inside to Bickford. Bickford, the hook shot up, no good. Rebound, Hullinger. And Hollinger's got a couple of hands on him. No call, rips it out of there. Quickly to Singleton. Singleton in the corner, Grunder. Out front, Hullinger. Polis. Whiteman. Whiteman will drive baseline. Bumped by Braun. Grunder thought about the three. Singleton will take the three and airballs it over the rim. Open look for Singleton into Bickford. Bickford to Braun. Good pass. Layup time. Good. 30-19. They cut into the Lincoln lead.
Yeah, Lincoln coming out a little bit flat here this second half. Like to see Charleston bringing a little bit of pressure. Maybe we get some back doors here.
Grunder's got Bickford. Bickford's been on Grunder, and Bickford's not even coming out to guard him. Like to see Adam pop a three or two and bring him out. Singleton will go down the lane. The spin move. Looked like it might have been a foul there. A little bit of a hook shot. I think Dillon got his feet tangled underneath him. Misses the shot, and it goes to Charleston. Applegate out front, kicks it to Braun. Braun down the lane, 12-footer, good. And Neil Alexander going to take a timeout. And there's a look I'm familiar with, and you may be too, and it's not a look of happiness.
Nope, unfortunately seen it a few times, but yeah, like I said, Lincoln just coming out real flat. Not a lot of defensive intensity, and kind of carries over to the offense. Just really not getting anything going. Dillon just kind of drove down the lane that last time and lost it, and it's kind of been the story of the second half here. Just haven't got anything going. In fact, don't have any points here in the third quarter yet.
You know, we've talked about this. There have been some games that we've played where other teams have come out, and you hate to put it this way, but so they've come out at the start and just smacked us in the mouth, and we've kind of staggered a little bit to try and recover, and that's kind of the feeling I've got here from the second half. they've come out and just kind of put it to us, and we're a little unsure of ourselves right now.
Yeah, I mean, got smacked in the mouth here to start the third quarter a little bit, but time to get it back together and, hopefully stretch this lead back out to double digits here. We're still up 9, so have a little bit of breathing room, but that's no reason to take your foot off the gas. And I'm guessing that's probably a little bit what Coach told them a little bit there in the huddle.
Lincoln inbounds. Charleston still in the timeout. It was only a 30-second timeout. And oh, that's right. So apparently we had a 30-second timeout and the mass timeout on. So apparently they've taken it as a mass timeout. I saw the official signal the 30-second timeout, but as Lloyd points out, it's under the 5-minute mark. So Hollinger to inbound the ball to Singleton. Railers go length of the floor. Mattoon stays in the man-to-man defense. Out front, Hollinger. Singleton to drive down the lane, gets bunched by Spoor. Back out front, Polis. Whiteman, Klopp in the corner. Klopp to Polis. To Singleton. Jaden Klopp back in the green for Grunder. Great back cut by Hollinger. And Hollinger called for the travel. So the ball turned over to Charleston. Charleston still in the backcourt. Now in the front court to Burgess. Spoor. Corey Spoor had 13 up at Lincoln, but tonight, I believe Jackson Braun has been most of their offense. Inside Bickford, he looks for Braun. Braun on the blocks, up and good, and the foul. Basket counts, foul on Jaden Klopp. That is his third personal foul. 3 team fouls on Lincoln, none on Charleston. They've cut the lead to 7. They can cut it to 6 with a free throw here. Up and good, and Jackson Braun knocks down the free throw. And Charleston has come out and scored the first 10 points of the third quarter. Polis to Hollinger. Railers, a little bit of screening going out front. Hollinger corner, fake the 3, drives in, 10-footer, up and no good. Hollinger goes for the rebound. No, rebound knocked away to Whiteman. Whiteman in the corner, Klopp. Back out Whiteman. Whiteman 3 on the way. No, back of the iron. And the rebound to Charleston, and they come up the floor quickly. Here comes Corey Spoor on the run. Kicks it back out to Applegate. And threw the ball away right through the hands of number 12, Jackson Burgess. Burgess not ready for the pass. Max, we got a break there.
Yeah, absolutely. Unforced error by Charleston. Hopefully we can capitalize on it here. Got to feel like we just need to see one go in here the second half to get us going.
Whiteman kicks it out, Hollinger. Hollinger drives in the lane to Brody. Brody looks out front, Polis. Polis corner, Singleton. Whiteman to Klopp. Klopp to Singleton. Hollinger. Charleston has gone man-to-man, went away from the triangle too. Since they've gone man-to-man, we've kind of stalled a little bit on offense. Whiteman will take the 3, up and good! Brody Whiteman got that in the rhythm of the offense. It's 33-24. Give Brody Whiteman 21, a career high for Brody Whiteman. 3 minutes to go. Good steal by Singleton. Layup time, got it! And just like that, the lead back up to double digits. It's 35-24 Lincoln. And Singleton nearly knocked that ball away as well. Spoor, lob pass Bickford, ball on the board, rebound Klopp.
Well, we saw one go in, and it's like a different basketball team out here.
Passes it back, Whiteman, Brody. Long 3, no good, back in the iron, rebound, Klopp was underneath. Good box out by Jaden Klopp, and he's gonna get the benefit. Somebody came, pushed him from behind, and Burgess with the foul.
I'd like to see Jaden go to the offensive glass there. That's kind of where teams really like to do to us, and nice to see us try that.
Good back cut by Singleton, up and good. 37-24, the Lincoln lead. Oakley into the basketball game for Charleston. They're still in the backcourt. Oakley across the timeline. Burgess looked like he might have walked into Bickford. Bickford with an 8-foot wide open, doesn't take it, kicks it back out front, nearly thrown away into the backcourt. Oakley thought he might have double dribbled there. Good steal from behind by Singleton. Dillon takes it all the way home, lays it up left-handed, good. 39-24 the Lincoln lead. Matt, you're right. This looks like a different basketball team right now.
Yeah, Dillon started that one there by poking it out on defense and got out. Great contested layup with the left-hand finish there.
Spoor out front, Oakley to Spoor. Out front, Spoor, Oakley. Oakley in the corner, Braun. Out front, Spoor inside Bickford. Bickford backs in the lane, throws up a wild shot. Rebound taken out there by Klopp, and Jaden Klopp with another aggressive rebound. Going to benefit from a foul on Charleston. Jackson Braun, his second. Team second in the second half. 1:24 to go. Singleton to Hullinger. Hullinger thought about the lob to Singleton. Singleton takes Spoor baseline, kicks it out. There's Whiteman at the three-point line. They're watching him. He drives down the lane. Good move. And Brody Whiteman's going to draw the foul. 1:11 to go in the basketball game. Sam Bickford, the big guy, picks up his first, the team's third. Fouls even at 3. Up and no good. Brody Whiteman misses the first free throw. Whiteman's second one up and missed them both. Singleton almost had the rebound away from Bickford. Singleton picked Braun's pocket. They've got to get the ball up in a hurry, and they do. They beat the defense back, and Klopp recovered and did the only thing he could, and that was stop the layup.
Yeah, that was kind of a tough scramble play there. Dillon knocked it out of the hands of Spower there in the backcourt, and defense kind of cheated up and had a man get behind us.
That's 4 fouls on Jaden Klopp. He's going to come out of the basketball game. Peyton Cook going to go in the basketball game. And officials conferring at the table. Okay, now they've got the scoreboard right because all of a sudden 4 points got put on the Charleston side. And now they've corrected the scoreboard to 39-24 with 59.5 seconds to go. And a second one for Burgess is up and good, 39-25. You know, Max, they were able to score the opening 10 points of the quarter, but they did it really in the half court. Since we sped the game up a little bit, we played better.
Yeah, I think we kind of alluded to that. The faster we play, it seems like the better we play. So glad to see us pushing the tempo here.
Hullinger, the basketball out front. Looks like Lincoln might be looking for the last shot of the third quarter. Jaden Klopp on the bench with 4 fouls. Peyton Cook, 6'5" sophomore, into the game. Peyton getting some minutes here, second half of the varsity season. Whiteman's got it out front. (23-22), clock winding down here in quarter number 3. And now the Railers set up in the lane. Polis, and there's the play to Cook. Cook looks. Singleton off the screen, 3 out of the corner. Be there! Yes, Dylan Singleton. A Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. It's 42-25. Quarter about to run out. Ball went through Charleston's hands, and it looks like Landon might have touched it last. 1.4 seconds to go. Railers up 17. Applegate to inbounds. Looks. Out front, Spoor, volleyball, three-pointer, no good. And at the end of 3 quarters, it's Lincoln 42. 25 for Charleston. You're listening to Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN FM. Let's send it back to the station for 1 minute. We'll come back with the fourth quarter. Charleston. 7:52, 8 seconds off the clock. Lincoln the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Singleton, great pass to Cook. Cook went up, had it stripped out of his hands. Singleton found the open Peyton Cook, but the Charleston defense recovered. And the corner, Burgess, the line drive three. Good rebound by Hollinger.
Yeah, sometimes those line drives or the long threes are the hardest rebounds to come down with.
Landed out front, Singleton. Charleston keeps in the man-to-man. Singleton kicks Whiteman. Polis, Singleton. Cross-court Whiteman, the three on the way. No. Hit the iron, and Brody may get his own rebound. He does. 10-footer in the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound again. Out to Singleton. Thought about the three. And now Dillon's going to reset. Whiteman out of the corner. Three on the way. No. And the ball out of bounds. And it's going to stay Lincoln basketball. Corey Spoor back in the basketball game. William Applegate's going to sit down for Charleston. Well, Max, Brody's kind of got those rebound stats up just on that one possession.
What, 3 rebounds in one possession there.
Singleton out to Whiteman. Whiteman, Polis. Polis going to drive it in the lane. Kick it to Hollinger. Wide open three. Up and no good. Front of the iron. Ball batted around. Cook had it for a minute and had it stripped away from him. To Spoor. Hollinger going to try and stop him. Spoor down the lane. Hook shot up. No good. Rebound, Peyton Cook. Peyton Cook, nice recovery. Got down the floor in a hurry. 42-25, the Lincoln lead. Hollinger, left wing Polis. Singleton going to take the three. Out front, no good. Short. And the rebound to Charleston. 6:25 to go here in the basketball game. Lincoln up 42-25. The Railers with 4 fouls, Charleston with 3. And now Charleston going to slow the game down again, and when they did, they threw the ball away. Oakley started to cut. Spoor threw the ball behind him.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times from Charleston, and, you know, that's what the 1-2-2 kind of does. It disrupts other teams who are not used to seeing it every day.
Hollinger to Polis to Singleton. Singleton to Hollinger. Hollinger, Whiteman, and right wing Polis. Out front Singleton. Back to Polis. Polis to Whiteman. Whiteman, Hollinger. Singleton. Railers running the motion. Whiteman will go down the lane, lays it up, no good. Peyton Cook the board, went up, and Peyton Cook's going to draw the foul. Good rebound by the 6'5 sophomore Peyton Cook. Good position, Max.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Brody was going to kind of lob it up to Peyton, and he decided to take the little runner himself, but Peyton got the rebound off the miss, and he's going to the line for 2.
First one by Peyton Cook. Up and nothing but the bottom of the net.
He's got a nice free throw stroke, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Peyton Cook eyes the second one up and rolled in and out. That one was L, but down. Came back out. 43-25. Lincoln lead 18 with 5:40 to go. Bickford, corner Oakley, the long three, in and out. Rebound battle. Cook in there to battle. Tried to block the shot against Bickford, but the big guy got it up and in. And it's 43-27. 5.5 to go in the basketball game. Singleton to Whiteman, to Hollinger, to Singleton. Singleton to Whiteman. Railers looking for the wide open lane. Now Singleton takes it in against Spoor, cut off. Corner Hollinger. Hollinger will drive baseline, goes up strong, good. Landon Hollinger with a great baseline drive. It's 45-27. Spoor in the backcourt. Cross-court Braun. Braun, not a Spoor across the timeline. Into Bickford. Kicks it left wing Applegate. 3 on the way, good. And William Applegate hits another 3. It's 45-30. 4:45 to go in the game. Singleton. Whiteman. Hollinger. Polis works around the screen. Now it's back to Singleton. Singleton in the lane. Triple team. Kicks it out Hollinger. Whiteman. Polis inside to Cook. And Bickford came around Cook, knocked the entry pass out of bounds. 4.5 minutes to go. And we have the media timeout here. Once again, want to remind you of the fine sponsors we have here for Lincoln Railer basketball. Chicago Street Rentals. Unfortunately, those poor guys and gals, they didn't get a tip-off this year to sponsor, so we've had to do the opening possession for them. Mama's Arcade Cafe, Breakfast on Saturday morning sounds real good down there. Mike Moskey Auction Service. State Bank of Lincoln, a division of Heartland Bank and Trust. Michelle Bauer, your country financial agent, located on the square in downtown Lincoln. Top Hat Creamery. Stop by before or after the game for a sweet treat in the arcade building. Culligan Water Systems for water softening, conditioning equipment and service. Stop by at Culligan's 308 North Chicago. And, of course, streaming live video. Boy, these people have really stepped up to the plate. So we miss you, fans. We really do, and we want you here. We want you on the road with us. We want you at the home games. But if you can't be there, we are the next best thing. Financial advisor Sal Polis of Edward Jones, 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Town and Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. At Town and Country Bank, our mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our communities, one person at a time. Arnold Greemy Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, located at 321 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Phone 735-1296. J.M. Abbott and Associates, offering tax, accounting, and business advertising services. Abbott's is conveniently located in downtown Lincoln. For more information, go to jmabbott.com. And, of course, every made Railer three-pointer sponsored by Chris Coyne, State Farm Insurance. Max, you look a lot better when your shots go in.
Yeah, absolutely. We said that was kind of the key to the game, knock down some shots, and it just seems to help our overall intensity. Once we see some go in, it just we find another gear once we see a shot go in.
Andrew Grau into the basketball game for Lincoln, replacing Elijah Polis. Whiteman, great cut by Hollinger, and Hollinger was knocked to the floor. Ball batted away, but Landon got knocked down. And Landon will go to the line with 2 shots.
Yeah, Landon going to the line here. You'd like to see him maybe take off for the basket. Maybe had one too many dribbles, kind of got him in there, got him hit on the arm there.
First one by the 6'5 senior, up and good, 46-30, the Lincoln lead. Second one rolls it home, 47-30, the Lincoln lead. 4:20 to go in the basketball game. Oakley in the backcourt, ahead to Bickford, and Bickford trapped by Cook and Grau. Bickford, probably not the guy you want handling the ball from that, but he's able to get it back out to one of the guards. Applegate to Oakley. Sporer will now take over and run the offense out front. Looks. Applegate thought about the three. Going to kick it back out, and it's kicked by Whiteman. Good defense by Brody Whiteman over in the corner. Exactly 4 minutes to go on the clock here at Charleston. Charleston with 5 team fouls now. Braun out front, kicks in the corner. Applegate, 3 on the way, no good. Ball on the floor. Grau going to chase it down. Good hustle by Andrew Grau. He wisely stops, didn't have the numbers, kicks it out to Hollinger. Hollinger Whiteman, 3 on the way, good. A Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer by Brody Whiteman makes it 50-30 Lincoln with 3.5 minutes to go in the basketball game.
That couple times down there, he missed a couple shots and he kind of gave the I'm done shooting look, and apparently not. He's knocked another one down. That's 5 threes.
Bickford inside, back out front. Braun the long three, front of the iron, no good. Oakley the good rebound. And now into Sporer in the middle lane, trap looking for somebody. Right through Bickford's hands. He had Bickford wide open on the baseline. And Bickford, I think, was trying to make a move before he caught the ball.
Well, it looked like we got a deflection there right before it got to him, so he deflected right off his hands. And I got to correct myself. That's 6 threes for Brody Whiteman.
6 threes on the evening for Brody Whiteman. He joins a whole host of guys in the record book who have 6 3-pointers in a game. Jalen Conway into the basketball game for the first time as Coach Al. Going to get some guys in the game. Hollinger down the lane, 5-footer, doesn't go in. Hoford also in the basketball game as Charleston, keeping most of their starting lineup in. Into Bickford, Oakley, corner Applegate. Applegate the 3, nice shot by Applegate. William Applegate knocks it down, and Charleston going to take a timeout with 2:45 to go in the basketball game. Again, Jalen Conway in the basketball game, number 13. And also in the basketball game, Alex Hoford, a 6'2 junior, into the basketball game. Timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it right here at Baker Gymnasium. Both teams in front of their respective benches. 50-33. Well, Max, we were up, I believe, 16 at halftime, 30-14. And we've been able to extend the lead by a point. That's in our favor, and Coach Al may not be pleased about all of the second half, but we haven't lost the lead.
No.
And we've extended it.
Yeah, it's kind of been second half. It seems like they kind of went on a little run, then we kind of went on a little run. So it all kind of basically evens out here in the end.
Charleston in, kind of a 1-2-2 press. We beat the press ahead to Grau. Layup time, got it! Andrew Grau with a good move to the basket, gets a bucket tonight. Conway, Hofert trapping in the corner into Spoor. Spoor baseline Bickford, corner Oakley, out front Burgess, Applegate. Railer defense playing pretty well. Inside Spoor to Bickford, layup time good. Charleston now extending the pressure defense. It's Lincoln 52-35, and Grau got behind the press again.
Yeah,
Hofert.
Kind of an interesting press there, almost like a 3-2 press there from Charleston, and yeah, you can get behind them there.
Singleton, the wide open layup. Nice ball fake. Guy went sailing by him, and Dillon lays it up and in. 54-35. Minute 55 to go in the basketball game. Singleton and Hollinger still in the basketball game. Out of the corner, Bickford takes the three, and Singleton rips the rebound down. And Singleton trapped in the backcourt. Now to Hollinger, and here comes Dillon. Dillon, we got numbers, 3-on-2, and a timeout by the Lincoln bench. Drake Rutledge, 6'2 junior, going to go in the basketball game. Jaden Klopp with 4 fouls back in the basketball game, and that'll get a little bit of extra rest now for Dylan Singleton and Landon Hollinger, with us up 19 points and a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, and it's like to get some guys in there that don't always see action in the varsity games, and every little bit helps. I mean, we talked about it. Games are practice right now, so anytime you can get is invaluable, I should say.
All right, so we'll send Singleton and Hollinger to the sidelines. Railer reserves into the basketball game. Andrew Grau to inbound the basketball underneath the Lincoln basket. Looks for the cutter, and he'll get it into Klopp. Klopp high above the defense, grabs the ball to Grau. Grau to Rutledge out front to Grau. Klopp in the corner. Klopp thought about the drive, lost the ball on the floor. Mattoon with a whole host of reserves in the basketball game as well. Grady Smitley lost the basketball. Now to Luke Landris. Landris in the corner to Smitley. Out front to, I think that might be Charlie Spoon. No, that's Smitley. Up and no good. Charlie Spoonhour in the game. And if that name sounds familiar, he is the grandson of Charlie Spoonhour. Dad, Jay Spoonhour, is the coach over here at Eastern Illinois University. Andrew Grau out front. Klopp. Hofert in the corner. Conway. Under a minute to go. Out front Grau. Again, score 54-35. Lincoln up 19. Hofert out front Grau. Conway. Rutledge.
Like to see us still look to score here and be aggressive. Great take by Jalen Conway.
Conway right down the lane. The left-handed layup is good. And Jalen Conway with the layup.
And just as I said, he may have heard me.
Out front, the long three by Landris up, no good. Ball on the floor, and Klopp takes it out of there. Under 18 seconds to go in a basketball game. Conway to Hofert. Out front, Rutledge. And now Grau going to pull the basketball out, and I think we're just going to run the clock out here. Lincoln up 24, 59-35. Ball knocked away by Landris. Landris going to go down the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound Klopp, and that'll end it. The final score here at Charleston. Lincoln 59, Charleston 35. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show. Welcome, Railer Nation, to the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show. Lincoln victorious here tonight, 59-35 over the Trojans of Charleston. A much bigger spread than the 43-34 game we had over at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Max Pozsgai totaling up the final statistics. Lincoln will move to 12-3 on the year, 8-3 in the Apollo. Still tied in 3 losses with other teams in the Apollo, one of them being, I believe, Muhammad C. The 1,853rd victory since 1913 for Lincoln Community High School in basketball. We're now 485 and 373 all-time on the road. And for Coach Al, it's win number 876. He's now 5 behind Steve Gores for second all-time on the all-time coaching win list for varsity boys basketball in the state of Illinois. And Coach getting ready to join us, so we'll hand him a headset and turn him up to where he can hear us and people can hear him, and have him take a seat over here. Can you hear us okay, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, better result tonight than last night. Coach, I think I figured out the reason why we brought our good luck charm. Brought our good luck charm tonight, and Max Pozsgai. We had Josh last night, but Max comes in tonight and gets you the victory.
Yeah, he kind of copped out on us last night.
Yeah, being right there, I had a Illini game to watch.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jeff appreciates that.
You know, that a few years ago they invented the DVD player.
Hey, Coach, tonight Brody Whiteman stepped up and gave you a big game on offense.
Yeah, he did. You know, you make shots and it makes the game so much easier. You know, last night we struggled to score. Tonight was a much easier. You know, they started out in the triangle and they didn't guard Brody, and he hit the first 3. They stayed with it, and then he come back and hit a couple more, and that really makes it hard to run some type of defense like that if you're going to shoot and score like that.
Kind of got him out of that triangle, and 2, they threw a lot of different looks at you. They threw a couple of zones at you. They went man-to-man, and at the end they're through kind of a 3-2 press out there.
Yeah, you know, and I think we handled. I think we adjusted, and when teams change like that, the change is what is the big thing, is the surprise, and they try to get a quick steal off of it and, you know, be able to make some things happen. But if you can adjust to their changes, and we did tonight, it really made things a lot simpler.
Looked like they might have tried to slow it down there at the start of the second half and get a lot of their offense out of the half court, but once we got a bucket down and sped things up, we looked a whole lot better.
Yeah, we wanted to try to get them in a little quicker game, because at home they kind of spread the floor and force and deny, or, you know, they just played a half court game. But you know, we done more trapping outside than what we've done in the past, and it forced, and we forced some turnovers too. So you know, we've just got to make adjustments as we go, and tonight was one of them nights that we had some good adjustments.
Got a chance to get some different guys into the basketball game. Peyton Cook got a lot of minutes and gave you some rebounds, got a little aggressive under the basket.
Well, yeah, you know, we got to find and look at guys that are going to be ready to go next year, and not that this year's over, but you know, you can find some spots here and there to get them a little playing time. And you know, the most important thing for Peyton right now for playing time is finding a weight room to get stronger.
Landon didn't show any ill effects really from last night. I talked to him before the game. He seemed in good spirits.
He was fine. You know, he didn't even have a headache last night. You know, when he got home, you know, and I think they went out and got some stitches in it, and I think they were out the hospital about 30 minutes, and he was back home, and you know, it seemed fine. You know.
Max, you got something you want to ask him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going triangle and 2 there on Dylan and Landon in the first half. I always kind of comment on how good Dylan is at getting to his spots is kind of what makes him such a good scorer. In situations like that, you got to slow him down and kind of, you know, let him be patient, or you just kind of let him do his thing there?
Well, he's a creator. He makes things happen, and you know, if he can get into the paint, you know, we're hoping our guys can step into shots. That to me, that's the best kind and the best time to shoot a three-pointer is when the ball goes in the paint and it comes out, where you're stepping right into your shot, squared up to the basket, and it makes for a percentage shot to be much higher than catching it coming from the wing or something like that. So we spend a lot of time on those step ins and inside out type shots.
You got Effingham coming up Friday night. It was a barn burner of a basketball game in their place. We got down early and then came back on them. And like you, I thought the last shot was down by Dillon and thought we were going to walk out of there with a victory, but didn't happen. It's going to be a tough game at home Friday night.
Yeah, they're really good. They've got everything. They got a good inside player that's very aggressive and very good scorer, and they've got guys on the perimeter that'll set and shoot. And if you don't get out and cover them, they're going to shoot the ball really well. And I think our gym is a shooter's gym. And the 3 or 4 years that we've played them at home, they've shot the ball really well at our place.
And not to look too far ahead, but you've got the Saturday doubleheader coming up, and I was doing a little research in prep for Normal West. They've been able to put some points on the board. Their record doesn't show a lot of victories, but they've been able to get up and down the floor, put up 70, 80 points in games.
Well, they'll double our output.
but then you had the contrasting styles because they like to put points on the board, but then you're going to play that night against Glenwood, and it might be first 1 to 30 wins.
Yeah, but it might be 20.
Oh, don't say
play.
that.
Well, we'll find out. The kids hopefully will have a good and fun time Saturday. We'll play it. We got to play with Effingham Friday night, and we'll prepare for that. And hopefully tomorrow we can get the guys in and just let them shoot and get loosened up, and hopefully get them a little bit fresher.
Well, Coach, I said this has been. I know it's been a trying year, but I think it's been a fun time for everybody, even a condensed season, to be able to watch the kids play and grow and get everybody, out of just sitting at home or working on some individual skills or, whatever the kids might have been doing, and you and your staff and everybody's to be commended for the season that you've put together, and it looks like the kids are having a lot of fun.
Well, games are always fun, and I'm sure they really have liked these last 3 weeks that we're having. I think we practiced once, and we'll have a short one tomorrow. We might watch some film and everything on Effingham to try to be prepared to the best that we can.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming up and joining us. Congratulations on the victory, number 876 for you. You're 5 behind, tying Steve Gores on second on the all-time list, and we want to see you get past Steve Gores before the end of the year.
Well, hopefully, but we just want our kids to get better, and win or lose, I just want them to play well and play together and have a good time. So I think they're doing that, and there's times where it doesn't look so pretty out there, but you got, it's a short season. The younger kids are, I think, starting to feel more comfortable, and hopefully the experience that they're getting is going to carry over to next year.
Well, and we've talked about this. This is unprecedented in any way, shape, or form, and it's hard to tell how these 15, 16, 17-year-old kids will react. And I think that when we go back and look at past Railer teams and talk about the great Railer squads, I think this one might go down in history as one of the great Railer squads. And my reasoning is these kids have had to fight a pandemic. They've had to fight the government to get on the court. They've had to throw everything in a condensed season. They've had to learn on the fly, and this team's been successful so far.
Well, they're fun, and the situation been great if we'd had last year's team, where they could have they played together so long. But this group here is just starting to mend, and it could be different Friday night. We could go back and not hit a shot, and that's what we got to try to do, is get the kids to find consistency. And if we can find consistency, then you're going to win some basketball games. So tonight was one of the better ones. Last night wasn't, and we moved forward, and we didn't talk about last night much at all. We just, it's over. Got to worry about tonight, and the kids come out and responded to it.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get on the bus. You don't have comic to ride home with tonight, so be a pleasant ride home.
Yeah, it'll be more food to eat.
That's right. All right. Thanks, Coach, for coming up and joining us.
Coach.
Neil Alexander on the postgame show. Max, I turn to you. Do you have the scoring totaled up?
I do. We obviously had career night from Brody Whiteman, finished with 24, 6 3-pointers. Dylan Singleton, it almost kind of seemed like a quiet game for him, and he still ended up with 17. He's so crafty, and like I said, he's so great at getting to his spots and putting points on the board. Landon Hollinger had 13 for the Railers tonight. Tough customer. Come back in, spilled a little bit of blood last night, and come back and drop 13. And he wasn't backing down from anything either. Took some shots in there too. So good to see him still being aggressive. Andrew Grau got on the board there late in the second half, had a bucket. Same with Jalen Conway there with about a minute left, and Peyton Cook had a free throw. So that rounds out the score for the Railers, 59-35 here tonight against the Charleston Trojans.
And a good night for the Lincoln Railsplitters after a tough loss last night at Mattoon. Max, that shows signs of a good basketball team and one that's maturing when you can come off of a tough loss, go right back on the road, take the long road trip, come in here and play as well as this team did tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been one that, if you wish it could have been on the weekend, you could just got a hotel and stayed right here other than going back and forth and back and forth. But, I think Coach kind of alluded to it. You're kind of seeing some growth from this team. They haven't had the practice time that they normally would, but, they're kind of coming together as a unit, and it takes time. You're some of the parts, and, it just takes time to get that all working together.
Hey, folks, Max has done a great job as our color analyst for the games we've been down here. Max, it's been a pleasure to work with you, and hopefully get a chance again here in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. I feel like the Railers, really, I'm learning on the fly too, but like I said, I've been enjoying it.
I'm telling you, you were the good luck charm. We had Comic last night, lost by 3, bring you in here tonight, win by 24. That's my theory.
Plus, I'm better looking, I think, so,
Well, hey, I don't want to get into that, but, All right, that's going to wrap it up here from Baker Gymnasium in Charleston, where the Railers victorious tonight, 59-35 over the Charleston Trojans. That was the result Railer Nation wanted this evening. Then after a loss, again, the Railers go to 12-3 on the year, 8-3 in the Apollo Conference. Neil Alexander picking up win number 876. So for my producer, director, engineer, Lloyd Kirby on site. For Winnie Ransdale back at the studio. For my broadcast partner, Max Pozsgai. For station manager, Jim Ash. This is Jay Hardin signing off here at Baker Gymnasium. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. The girls are at home against Effingham. And then the next boys game is Friday night against the Flaming Hearts of Effingham at home. So, wishing you a very pleasant good evening. Thanks for listening. Let's send it back to the studio for the classic rock experience on the Fix 96. Good night, everybody.